What if humans, tiring of the hustle and bustle of everyday life, decided to take a cue from our furry friends and hibernate like bears? Pause your frantic search for cat videos and ponder that for a second. Imagine if, as the first chill of winter stretches its icy fingers, we all just shrugged, muttered, "Yeah, screw this," and curled up for a 3-month power nap. No more digging your car out from the snow or pretending to like your aunt's knitted scarves. Just good old snoozing. Sounds delightful, right? Let's dive into this pile of absurdity. For starters, our bodies would need to go through some drastic changes. Think more dramatic than puberty. We'd have to eat like it's Thanksgiving every day to stock up fat reserves. Salad? Nah, bring out the deep-fried turkey, the mashed potatoes, and hell, why not a side of lard for good measure? Your abs would sigh in defeat as your belly expands like a beach ball in reverse. But hey, who needs a six-pack when you're unconscious for 3 months, right? Our hearts would slow down to a lazy thump-thump as if it just binge-watched an entire season on Netflix, and our body temperature would plummet. It's like your personal AC unit cranked up to the max. To stay warm, we'd all be huddled together like a can of human sardines. Personal space, forget about it. The economy would be thrown into chaos. The stock market would become as unpredictable as a cat on catnip, crashing one moment, soaring the next, as companies catering to our hibernation needs boom and bust. Black Friday? More like Black Winter. Your job? Hope you saved up because no work is getting done. Teachers, firemen, doctors, they're all snoozing. It'd be like a citywide game of the floor is lava, but the floor is consciousness, and everyone's desperately trying to avoid it. Socially, it'd be like the entire world decided to ghost each other at the same time. Birthday in winter? Sorry, buddy. We'll celebrate when the groundhog sees its shadow again. Christmas? Santa's in bed with a belly full of cookies, hibernating like a champ. And let's not forget about relationships. Want to spend winter cuddled up with your sweetheart? Too bad. They're a lump under a mountain of blankets, snoring like a chainsaw. Romance in winter would be as dead as roadkill. Waking up would be a whole different kind of nightmare. Think morning breath times 100. You'd wake up like a bear with a hangover, stumbling around, disoriented, with your hair a wild, untamed mess. Bad hair days would be the norm. Imagine an explosion in a mattress factory kind of look. And then there's the bathroom situation. We won't go into details, but let's just say you'd pray for a strong plumbing system. Adapting to this new reality would entail significant lifestyle changes. Imagine if you had to eat enough in the summer to last you through the winter. We'd become a society of serial bulk eaters, gorging on food like every day is Thanksgiving. The summer season would become synonymous with the all-you-can-eat buffet, and the concept of summer body would take on a whole new meaning. You think grocery stores are crazy now? Picture the aisles during pre-hibernation panic. Every man, woman, and child frantically filling their carts to the brim with non-perishable goods. Toilet paper shortages would be the least of our worries. We'd be fighting for the last can of beans like it's the last slice of pizza at a party. And what about fitness? Regular exercise would be critical to enduring these long periods of inactivity. Gyms would be packed to the brim, with people trying to build up their strength and stamina. The summer would become a fitness frenzy, with everyone trying to stay in shape for the long winter snooze. The phrase, summer workout, would take on a life-or-death seriousness. Our homes would have to be completely redesigned to accommodate our winter slumbers. Bedrooms would need to be insulated and equipped with climate control systems to maintain a constant low temperature. Instead of beds, we might have specially designed hibernation pods that can monitor our vital signs and keep us healthy during our long sleep. Our city's infrastructure would also need to be revamped. Power plants would have to operate on autopilot, and automated systems would need to be put in place to handle emergencies. We'd need robots to clear the snow from our streets, and drones to deliver supplies to those who wake up prematurely. Entertainment and culture would also undergo a massive shift. Summer blockbuster season? Try all-year blockbuster season. The entertainment industry would have to produce enough content during the non-hibernation period to keep us entertained during our long sleep. We might have devices that play films, music, and audiobooks while we snooze, turning our hibernation into a months-long movie marathon. Fashion too would adapt. We'd need clothes designed to keep us warm and comfortable during our hibernation. Think onesies, but technical, with built-in heating elements and moisture-wicking materials. The latest winter fashion trend might be a high-tech sleeping bag suit, complete with built-in snacks. In conclusion, if humans had to hibernate like bears, it would completely reshape our society, economy, and culture. And while it might sound like a lot of work, there's one undeniable perk. We'd all get to enjoy a really, really long nap. Preparing for the great sleep would be an event in itself. No, we're not just talking about the physical readiness, but the emotional and mental preparation as well. You'd have to say good night and see you in the spring to all your loved ones, knowing that you won't see them for months. Goodbye messages would have a whole new weight, and New Year's Eve would be less about fireworks and more about a communal countdown to hibernation. Then comes the issue of safety. Our homes would need to be transformed into impregnable fortresses. After all, you would be vulnerable for months on end. Imagine the home security measures: steel doors, reinforced windows, advanced alarm systems, the works. Not to mention, the pet industry would have to adapt. What would happen to our dogs and cats? Special pet care centers might emerge, promising to take care of your furry friends while you're in the deep sleep. A whole new profession might emerge: the hibernation specialist. These would be the folks who help you prepare for the long sleep, advising on diet, ensuring your home is secure, and even helping to tuck you in. And let's not forget about the business opportunities. Mattress companies, sleep aid manufacturers, and even food delivery services would thrive, catering to the unique needs of the hibernating human. Waking up from hibernation would be an equally daunting task. Think about it. You'd have to deal with a body that hasn't moved in months. Physiotherapy clinics would have a field day, helping groggy humans regain their strength and mobility. After months of sleep, even simple tasks like walking or picking up objects would be a challenge. And then there's the catch-up. Imagine waking up and having to go through months' worth of emails, news, and social media updates. The fear of missing out would be replaced by the reality of having missed out. You'd have to get used to the idea of the world moving on while you were asleep. Moreover, you'd have to reacquaint yourself with day-to-day life. You'd wake up to a fridge full of expired food and a garden overrun by nature. Household chores would be daunting. The dusting alone would take days. And what about your job? Would you still have it? Or would we all become seasonal workers, employed only during the warmer months? And let's not forget the social aspect. Relationships would be put on hold. Couples would face the challenge of syncing their hibernation cycles. Imagine the disputes over who snores louder or takes up more of the bed. And the dating scene? A total disaster. Imagine going on a great first date in the fall only to have to wait until spring for the second one. Yes, if humans had to hibernate like bears, our world would be a vastly different and arguably more complicated place. But hey, at least we'd all get a good night's sleep. For about 4 months, that is. The impact of human hibernation on our diet and health would be monumental. Just like bears, we would need to consume a colossal amount of food before hibernation to build up fat reserves to survive the months of sleep. This would lead to a massive boom in the food industry in the pre-hibernation season. Supermarkets and restaurants would be swarming with people trying to pack on pounds, and the concept of holiday weight gain would take on a whole new meaning. Our diets would likely consist of high-calorie and high-fat foods. Manufacturers would create specially designed hibernation meals packed with nutrients and calories. Just imagine the feast before hibernation, Thanksgiving dinner every day. And the concept of cheat day would become obsolete, as every day would be a day to indulge. On the health front, doctors and medical professionals would play a crucial role in ensuring we are fit enough to hibernate and wake up healthy. Regular health checks would become the norm, and medical technology would need to evolve to monitor our health during hibernation. Imagine a Fitbit, but much more advanced, able to administer medication if necessary and wake us up in case of a medical emergency. Our mental health would also need attention. The thought of going to sleep for months can be daunting, and many people might struggle with hibernation anxiety. Mental health professionals would need to develop coping strategies and possibly even hibernation therapy to help individuals adjust to this new lifestyle. Then there's the post-hibernation phase. Waking up after months of sleep wouldn't be as easy as it sounds. Our bodies would be weak, and we'd need to gradually rebuild our strength. Physical therapy and rehabilitation centers would become as common as gyms. Nutritionists would guide us on post-hibernation diets to replenish our bodies without shocking the system. In short, if humans had to hibernate like bears, it would revolutionize our food and health systems entirely. From binge eating to high-tech health monitoring, from mental health support to post-hibernation recovery, our approach to well-being would need a complete overhaul. So, what if humans hibernated like bears? Sure, we'd avoid the cold, dodge the awkward family dinners, but we'd also plunge the world into a bizarre, chaotic sleep fest. So, maybe it's best to leave the hibernating to the bears and get back to the cat videos. Life is crazy enough as it is, don't you agree? If you got a kick out of this absurd scenario, hit subscribe for your regular dose of FlakLab insanity. Until next time, keep on daydreaming, or in this case, winter dreaming.